Hello students, in our today's lecture of the text session, we are going to solve the various other examples for the salary statement. Before that, you have to understand one thing, that is the deduction under ATC, ATCCC and ATCCD are asked in your semester 4. But in this chapter, you have to remember one thing, that is you have to carefully understand that under the section ATC, the maximum exemption limit under the ATC is 1,50,000. Any deduction are applied in under section ATC, maximum exemption limit is 1,50,000. Any insurance policy, life insurance policy, or any kind of employees contribution towards a recognized provident fund, recognized provident fund, or public provident fund, any kind of other investments, life insurance policy, premium, all are covered under ATC, and total of the under section ATC maximum exemption limit is 1,50,000. That one thing you have to remember while calculating the practical sums. So let's start with the illustration number 22. Illustration number 22. From the following information, Sri Vivek compute his taxable salary, income and deduction under section ATC from the gross total income assessment year 20 and 21. This is the salary certificate, basic salary, dearness allowances, bonus, education allowances, deductions, additional information. Employer contribution towards the 63,000 towards the recognized provident fund, interest 10% at a 56,000, perquisites, rent-free accommodation, then B, motor car. Fourth point, Sri Vivek retired on 31st January 2020 after completing a 26 years of service and received a 6,67,000 as a gratuity and 4,72,000 as accumulated balance of the RPF in the account on a 15th March 2020, for which he has to deposit a 1,50,000 in public provident fund account. That's it. These are the information given for the Sri Vivek. Let's start with the salary statement of the Sri Vivek. This is the statement salary of the Sri Vivek. He retires on 31st January. That means at the end of the January he is retired. So we have to calculate the previous year all that salary for the April to January, right? That 1/4/2020 to 31st January 2020. Here it will come 90, right? So how much months will be there? 10 months. So we have to calculate for 10 months. First, basic salary. Basic salary would be, as it is written, 45,000 into 10, 4,50,000. Then second point, dearness allowances, 1,20,000. Third point, bonus, 24,000. Then fourth point, education allowances. He is receiving the education allowances 18,000, including the hotel expenses or hostel allowances as well. So education plus hostel allowances both are including in the 18,000. We have to deduct the maximum exemption limit, exempted Education allowances. First we have to deduct the education allowances. Education allowances is 100 rupees per month up to 2 child. Here clearly written that there is for the 3 child, but deduction applicable up to only 2 childs. So 100 per month. So we are talking about 10 months up to 2 child. That means only 2 children. 2000 rupees. Then minus hostel expense. What is the condition of the hostel expense? Rupees 300 per month up to 2 child. So 300 per month up to 2 child. 18,000 minus 8,000. Taxable amount is 10,000. Then point number 5. Various deduction are given, but we will calculate the deduction at the last. Now additional information. In there is a 2 kind of provident fund, but before that we have to calculate the perquisite. First is rent free accommodation. Rent free accommodation. In this sum, there is simply written that only the rent-free accommodation. So here we are assuming that the company own the house and provide to their employee, and he is servicing in the Vinayak Chemical Limited, Gandhi Road, Ahmedabad. That means he is living in the Ahmedabad, and we all know that on the basis of the population, Ahmedabad has a more than a 25 lakh of the population. Then the taxable rent-free accommodation amount is 15% of salary. Here 15% of salary means BABC. So now we have to calculate the working note. Working note number 1, rent-free accommodation. 15% of salary. Salary means BABC. B means basic salary 4,50,000. A means all the taxable allowances. So DNS allowances and education allowances are both the taxable allowances. But DNS allowances is not for the retirement benefit, so we will not include the DNS allowances. Then other education allowances is education allowances and hostel allowances, that is amount of rupees 10,000. Then bonus 24,000, and C, commission. Commission is not given, so let's make a total 4,50,000 plus 10,000 plus 24,000, 4,84,000. 15%. 72,600. 72,600. Now point number 6, other perquisite. 1.4 liter cubic capacity motor car for the both personal as well as office purpose. All the expenses are motor car are paid by the employer. Partly private, partly office use. 1.4 cubic capacity and expenses borne by the employer. So on the basis of the standard amount, we have to calculate the motor car cubic according to the cubic capacity 1.4. Standard amount for when the cubic capacity is less than 1.6, that is 1800 per month. $1,800 per month. So we have per month is 10. It will come 18,000. Driver salary will not included in this just because the clarification of the driver salary is not given. then he is receiving the gratuity, accumulated balance of the recognized provident fund, and some of them are transferred or deposited in the 1,50,000 in the public provident fund. So first we have to calculate the gratuity, then we will understood the accumulated balance of the RPF and the public provident fund, right? So first we have to calculate the gratuity. Let's calculate the gratuity first. Actual gratuity received. He is receiving the gratuity of rupees 6,67,000. Then second, it is not clearly that it is a gratuity covered under Act 1972. So we have assumed that that is not covered under Act 1972. So we have to write down the 10 months of average salary of the years. So we have to calculate the 10 months of salary, 45,000 into 26 years into 1.5. Let's calculate it. 45,000 into 26 into half. 5,85,000. And third point, maximum exemption limit 20 lakh. Obviously whichever is less, 5,85,000 is the less amount of the gratuity. So point number 7, gratuity, he is receiving 6,67,000 out of exempted 5,85,000. Remaining amount is taxable. 6,67,000 minus 5,85,000. 82,000 is taxable gratuity. Right? Now, he is receiving the accumulated balance of the RPF 4,72,000. For the accumulated balance of the RPF is not taxable at the time of the accumulated balance received. It is a taxable up to certain limit every year. So it will not taxable. Then the second, he has deposited 1,50,000 towards a public provident fund. So it is also not taxable. Then employer's contribution and employee's contribution. Employee's contribution is deductible under section 80C. So at the time of the deduction we will calculate that. And now we are calculating employer's contribution. Employer's contribution is exempted up to 12%, right? So employee's contribution is 63,000 rupees. Minus 12% of salary. 4,55,000 10%. 12%. 54,000. Remaining amount is taxable. 9,000 taxable employer's contribution. Then point number 9, interest on RPF account. He received a 10% interest of rupees 56,000, right? So let's find out the amount, excess amount. So 10 minus 9.5, it will come 0.5. At the 10%, the interest amount is 56,000. So for the 0.5%, how much amount would be there? So 56,000 into 0.5 divided by 10, it will come 2,800. So taxable interest is 2,800. Now we have covered all the maximum points. So let's total it. Gross salary, total of the gross salary would be 4,50,000 plus 1,20,000 plus 24,000 plus 10,000 plus 7,200 plus 18,000 plus 82,000 plus 9,000 plus 2,800. It will come 7,88,400. Minus standard deductions. Standard deduction is rupees 50,000. Then minus professional tax or entertainment allowances. So entertainment allowances, here he is not a government employee, so no entertainment allowances were needed. And professional tax. Professional tax is 2,000 rupees. So total standard deduction is 52,000. So 7,88,400 minus 52,000. 7,36,400. This is the taxable salary. Now we have to given the also that under the section 80C deduction. Let's see what can be included in the 80C. First, obviously, own contribution to the recognized provident fund is 54,000. So, own RPF contribution is equals to 54,000 plus life insurance premium 12,500 is also covered under section 80C. Plus PPF deposits 1,50,000. Let's total it. 54,000 plus 12,500 plus 1,50,000. Total is 2,16,500. But the exemption, maximum exemption limit is 1,50,000. This is the deduction under section 80C. Now let's solve the illustration number 23. Compute the salary income of the specified employee Rutvik for the previous year relevant to the assessment year 2020 and 21. From the following data made available to you: basic salary, he joined on 1/7/2015 in the grade of 10,000 increment up to 13,000, after increment 2,500 and after increment 20,000. In increment following due on the 1st July every year. So now in this sum we have to find out the basic salary of in our previous year. The information is started with the 2015. He joined into 2015. Every year 1,000 rupees increment would be made up to 13,000. After 13,000 the increment were made of rupees 2,500. So we have to find out our basic salary in our period, that means in our previous year, right? Then DNS allowances, bonus and commission, entertainment allowances, child education allowances. Then employer provide a flat rent free accommodation with furniture. Then he is provide a chauffeur driver car, all the expenses borne by the employer with the 1.86 cubic capacity engine. Employer's contribution towards the recognized provident fund, interest of the recognized provident fund. Employer had made a following deduction employees provident fund 4% of the basic, professional tax 2400, recovery of the token rent of accommodation is 10% of basic salary. So carefully remember that while calculating this amount, the token amount paid by the employer is 10% of basic salary, and the recovery of the excess commission paid during the year is rupees 2000. That's it. So let's find out first basic salary we have to calculate. Basic salary calculate करने के लिए हमें रेंज दी गई है. क्या रेंज है? 10,000, then 1,000, then 13,000, then 2,500, then 28,000. इसका मतलब क्या है पहले वो समझ लेते हैं. 10,000 है इसकी सैलरी. एवरी ईयर 1,000 रुपीज़ का इंक्रीमेंट होगा. कब तक? जब तक उसकी सैलरी 13,000 नहीं हो जाती. 13,000 के बाद इंक्रीमेंट उसे 2,500 का मिलेगा. कब तक? जब तक उसकी सैलरी 28,000 नहीं हो जाती तब तक. उसने ज्वाइन कब किया था? 1 जुलाई 2015 को. एवरी ईयर इन द जुलाई ही विल गेट द इंक्रीमेंट ऑफ रुपीज़ 1,000. सो जुलाई टू 30th जून 2016 उसकी सैलरी कितनी होगी? 10,000. अब 1/7/2016 को उसकी सैलरी बढ़ जाएगी, 1,000 रुपये बढ़ जाएगी, यानी कि 11,000 हो जाएगी. और 1/7/2017 को और 1,000 बढ़ जाएगी तो 12,000 हो जाएगा. सो 1/7/2016 to 30th June 2017 and 1/7/2017 to 30th June 2018. Now 1/7/2018 to 30th June 2019 the salary would be 12,000 थी, 1,000 और बढ़ गई, 13,000 हो गई. अब 1/7/2019 to 30th June 2020 13,000 हो गई. अब इंक्रीमेंट कितना मिलेगा? 2,500. सो 13,000 प्लस 2,500 15,500. राइट. हमारा ईयर आ गया 2019-20. अब हमारा ईयर कहाँ से स्टार्ट होता है? 1/4/2019 to 31st March 2020. सो अप्रैल और यहाँ पे है 30th जून. सो 30th जून तक उसकी सैलरी है 13,000, यानी कि अप्रैल, मई और जून 3 महीनों तक उसकी सैलरी कितनी होगी? 13,000. सो 13,000 into 3 प्लस 7 मंथ से लेके 31st मार्च तक, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर, जनवरी, फरवरी एंड मार्च. कितने मंथ हुए? 9 मंथ्स. 9 मंथ उसकी सैलरी क्या होगी? 15,500. सो 15,500 into 9 जो भी टोटल होएगा वो हमारी बेसिक सैलरी होगी प्रीवियस ईयर के लिए. राइट. सो 13,000 into 3 plus 15,500 into 9. Let's calculate it. 39,000 plus 15,500 into 9, 1,39,500. Make it total 1,78,500. So basic salary कितनी आई? 1,78,500. ये बेसिक सैलरी हम सैलरी स्टेटमेंट में लिखेंगे. दिस इज द वर्किंग नोट नंबर 1. So make a salary statement. Salary 1,78,500 in working note number 1. Right? Now point number 2, what is given? Dearness allowances is given. Dearness allowances, that is 85,200. Then third point, bonus and commission. Bonus and commission amount of rupees 16,000. Then fourth, entertainment allowances. Entertainment allowances is taxable for the non-government employees. It is fully taxable. That is 1,000 rupees per month. So 1,000 into 12,000 rupees entertainment allowances. Then point number 5, children education allowances. He is receiving a children education allowance is 600 per month for only one child. So 600 into 12, 72,000 he is receiving. Exemption limit 100 rupees per month up to 2 child, but here it is only 1 child, so we have multiply with 1, so it will come 12,000. 6,000 is the taxable education allowances. Then rent free accommodation, furnished accommodation with furniture. We have to calculate the furnished accommodation, and carefully remember that in the last point the token rent amount is given 10% of basic salary. So let's calculate the valuation of the furnished accommodation in the working note number 2. स्टेटमेंट में क्या लिखा है? एम्प्लॉयर हैज प्रोवाइडेड हिम अ फ्लैट विथ फर्नीचर ऑफ विच एम्प्लॉयर पे रेंट ऑफ ₹8,000. एम्प्लॉयर का खुद का घर नहीं है, वो भी किसी के को रेंट पे कर रहा है 8,000 रुपीज़ पर मंथ. एम्प्लॉयर हैज स्पेंड अ 2,92,000 फॉर फर्निशिंग, यानी कि फर्नीचर के लिए उसने 2,92,000 स्पेंड किए हैं. तो ये अगर एम्प्लॉयर का खुद का घर होता तो पॉपुलेशन की बेसिस पे हम कैलकुलेट कर लेते, बट यहाँ पे खुद का घर नहीं है, तो हमें कैसे कंडीशन करनी है? एक्चुअल रेंट और 15% ऑफ सैलरी. एक्चुअल रेंट और 15% ऑफ सैलरी. सो एक्चुअल रेंट कितना है? 8,000 इंटू 12, 96,000. और 15% of the salary, whichever is less. So 15% of salary. Salary means BABC. So first we have to find out the BABC, and after that we have to calculate the 15% of that salary. So BABC. Basic salary 1,78,500. All the taxable allowances. Which are the taxable allowances? What be there? Dearness allowances, but it is not a retirement benefit, so it will not include. Then entertainment allowances and education allowances. So entertainment allowances 12,000 rupees and 6,000 education allowances. Taxable allowances, it is 18,000. So we are going to add all the taxable allowances, 18,000. Bonus and commission together given is 16,000. Make it total. That is total is 2,12,500. But out of the commission, that is 2,000 are paid during their recovery of the excess. यानी कि 2,000 जो ज़्यादा दे दिया था वो उसने वापस ले लिया फ्रॉम द कमीशन, तो 2,000 से उसकी अमाउंट कम हो गई, सो वो माइनस करेंगे 2,000 रुपीज़. आप ऐसा भी कर सकते हो 16,000 माइनस 2,000, यहाँ पे 14,000 भी लिख सकते हो. ठीक है, ऐसा भी कर सकते हो और यहाँ पे 2000 भी माइनस कर सकते हो। तो टोटल BABC का आया 2,10,500। और ये जो 2000 रुपीज़ की रिकवरी है जो मैंने यहाँ पे गलती से नहीं लिखी है तो वो लिख देती हूँ, 16,000 माइनस 2,000 रिकवरी बाहर आएगा 14,000। और यहाँ पे डायरेक्ट आप 14,000 से भी लिख सकते हो। तो BABC आया 2,10,000, 15% ऑफ द BABC, दैट इज 31,575. Whichever is less, obviously this amount is less, this is the taxable amount, so taxable perquisite is equals to 31,575 plus 10% of furniture cost. फर्नीचर का कॉस्ट है 2,92,000, उसका 10% 29,200. 60,775, that is the total taxable amount of the furnished accommodation. And in the last point that is given, token rates paid by them is a 10% of the basic pay. तो बेसिक पे का 10%, सैलरी का नहीं, बेसिक पे का. सो यानी बेसिक पे है 1,78,500 का 10%, 17,850. टैक्सेबल परक्यूजिट आया 42,925. 42,925. So let's put over here furnished accommodation 42,925. समझ में आ रहा है? देन उसको अब क्या प्रोवाइड हो रहा है? मोटर कार विद द ड्राइवर. क्यूबिक कैपेसिटी इज 1.8. ऑल द एक्सपेंसेस आर बोर्न बाय द एम्प्लॉयर. सो व्हाट वुड बी द टोकन अमाउंट? So what would be the standard amount for exceeding 1.6 cubic capacity? So there is a 1.8 cubic capacity, so maximum amount is 2,400 per month plus 900 chauffeurs or driver's salary. So 2,400 plus 900, 2,400 plus 900, that is 33,000 into 12. 39,600 is taxable amount of the motor car. Then point number 8, employer contribution. 14% of the recognized provident fund, maximum amount is 12%. So employer contribution, that is 14%, 1,78,500 into 14%, that is 24,990. Minus 12% of basic salary, that is 1,78,500 12%, 21,420. Remaining amount is taxable. $3,570. Then point number 9, interest on RPF. Interest percentage is 9.5% and maximum exemption limit is a 9.5%. So nothing excess over that. So 9.5% minus 9.5%, it will be 0. So amount is also 0. Then employees contribution deductible under the ATC, then professional tax from the standard deduction. So let's make it total. of gross salary is 3,81,795 minus deductions. First deduction, standard amount 50,000. Second, entertainment allowances, but he is not a government employee. Then professional tax. He paid a professional tax of rupees 2,400 annual. That is 52,400. Taxable salary is 3,29,395. Right? Thank you.